Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Well, we've been exploring pop-ups recently, and today we've got another one for you. We've got two little buttons down here. One's going to pop up a video. And if I close that, the other one's going to pop up an image. And as you've seen, they've both popped up into a light box. Really easy to do. We're using the fantastic Divi Supreme Modules plugin for this today, and if you want to check it out, have a look at the link below the video. These are really easy to do, and I'll show you how. Let's enable the visual builder and we'll get started. Okay, let's go down and I'll just delete the little module that I've got there. And let's hit the little dark button to add a new module. Blue tab for a section, green tab for a row, and a dark button to add a new module. And if I roll down, when you install Divi Supreme Modules, you get 40 of these blue modules here, and there really is some good ones there. And I want to use the Supreme buttons for this today. There we go. Okay, and it gives you the option to put one or two buttons in. Let's put two, and I'll put a video in the first one. And we'll put an image in the second one. So from the one module we can pop up two things. And they've got some awesome options in this, they really do. So let's have a look down below, and this is where we put our links in. Button 1 and button 2. So button 1, I'm going to use a URL link for a video, but there's options for a download file, an email which will pop up your email client, phone which will prompt for a live call, SMS, Facebook Messenger, Skype, WhatsApp and Telegram. So there's some great options. For both these buttons today I'm using a simple URL link, and I'm going to grab a video from YouTube, and once you've grabbed your video URL from YouTube, just simply paste it in there, button 1 URL, and we can roll down. It's going to open it in the same window. You can open it in a new window if you want to, but for my purposes I want it to pop up in our same window here, and I want to open it as a video lightbox. So I'm going to put that to on. For anybody that doesn't know what a video lightbox is, it's going to pop out and it's going to darken out the background of the website, so you're focusing on the video itself. You've got an option to use a tooltip if you want to by simply putting that one to on. Let's say something like watch video. And you've got various options such as show arrow, sizing, regular, large or small, placement, top, left, right, bottom, and you've got various animations you can give it. And if I hover over there, you'll see there's a little tooltip on top. Okay, there's also a separator that you can put between the two buttons. If I write something in like that, you'll see where it is. Really not interested in having one of those for my demonstration today, but it is another option. Great, so that's button 1. Let's go back to our links and do something else for button 2. For this I'm going to use an image, or I want an image to pop up. So I don't have to put anything in the URL box. I can roll down, open as image lightbox. If I switch that to on, it'll prompt us to add an image. That'll take us to our media library. Let's pop that image in right there. And again, of course, you've got the same options to use tooltips and separators if you want to. Okay, great. Well, as with any Divi buttons, you've got your regular style options up here, alignment. Let's pop mine in the middle perhaps. Of course, you can put them to the right if you want to, but I'm going to leave mine in the middle there. The light box, when it pops up, I'm going to leave mine on the generic background color, which is a dark grey, but you can choose any color that you want. And if you want to, you can specify a maximum width for your lightbox. I'm going to let mine pop up as auto, which seems to work great for me. Now text, really don't have any text there, and we haven't used a separator text, but you've got all the styles that you normally have with the Divi text module. And Divi, as usual, has got a huge amount of fonts. If you want to choose one, just roll over it and it'll give you the example of that font. But I'm going to leave mine on the default there. Okay, let's move on down. Here's the tooltips text, and you've got options to style the tooltips any way you wish, and you've got the same text options here, so you can really go to town on these if you want to. And as usual, we've got button 1 and button 2 stylings. Let's make these our own. Let's just flip these to on. I'm going to leave the text as it is. I'm going to make it white. It disappear against the background there. And let's make this first one background purple. And common to most Divi modules, if you hover over the dark writing there on anything, you'll see some little icons pop up. Go to the one that you want to affect, and if there's an arrow there, we can set a desktop state when your mouse is not on it, and a hover state when your mouse is on it. So for the hover state, let's make that background blue. There we go. Okay, let's pop that back to desktop state. And don't want any border on there, but I will make it perhaps rounded corners. Great. And just to finish off, let's roll down. Don't think I want an icon on my button, so I'm going to switch that to off. If you do, leave it to on. You can choose whatever icon, and there's plenty to choose from. And let's give it a bit of box shadow on the bottom just to lift it off the page. Great. Well, I'm happy with my first button there. Let's move on to button 2, and we'll do the kind of opposite. Let's have it, perhaps we'll have the white text again, and the button background, let's make that blue. Let's maybe have it green on hover this time. Same thing, hover over, get the little arrow, go to the hover state, and let's make that green. Pop it back to the desktop state. And again, don't want a border. Let's make it nice and rounded, like pill shaped. Go on down to the bottom. Again, I'm going to turn off the icon. Divi's just added Font Awesome, so there's a lot of icons to choose from here. And if you're overwhelmed, you can either do a search, or you can hit that little icon right there and it'll pop out and show you all of them. A little easier to search like that. But like I say, I'm not going to have mine there. If you want to show the icon all the time, there's a little button down here. It says only show icon on hover. If you flip that to no, you'll have an icon all the time. Well, I'm going to flip mine to off because I don't want an icon on mine today. And let's finish again by putting a little box shadow on there. Okay, we're fairly happy with that. Now I kind of like my buttons to be the same width on all of my buttons here. You'd think you could do that in sizing, but no, that's actually just the text separator. Well, if you go back up to your button settings, you can actually put padding in there and do it that way. Roll down. Here's button 1 padding. We'll go down to left and right here, and let's put 20 pixels in left and 20 pixels in right. No real change there. Let's up that to 30. You can see it getting wider there, and you could do the same because it's dependent on the amount of text that's in there. To me, the easiest way of doing this, I find, is just to write a little bit of CSS code. And to do that, we can go over to our advanced, go down to custom CSS. If we roll down, we've got button 1 and button 2. And we can simply give it a width, 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 colon. Let's say 150 pixels, semicolon. That makes that a nice size for me. Obviously, you change yours to whatever you want. I'm going to copy this, Control C. I'm going to paste it down below in button 2, Control V to paste. And we've got 2 buttons that are exactly the same size there, or exactly the same width, at least. Great, so we should be done here. Let's save our changes. Go down and hit the little purple button, save. And let's exit the Visual Builder. Now if we go down, there's our buttons. When I hover over it, it's going to change color, and there's a tooltip that we put on that first one. If I click on it, it's going to open the video, and we can press play. And our video starts playing. And to get rid of the video, just either X out there or click anywhere outside of the video. And for our image, we didn't put a tooltip on there, but it does turn green. Let's click on it and it pops out into our lightbox. Now if that image is too large for you, you can go into the Style tab and down to Lightbox, and you can make it smaller if you wish. But I quite like the big image. And if I do that again, the lightbox is that dark background that we've got going on there. So there you go, guys. That's how to pop up a video and an image using the fantastic Divi Supreme modules. They really do have some great features, so check it out. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.